Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Purpose-Driven Productivity Webinar. My name is Jay Allen Hull, but everybody just calls me Josh, and you're welcome to as well. Today, I'd like to walk you through the reason why most productivity systems fail. I'd like to take you through what they're missing as far as a foundation and a keystone to keep the house of productivity intact. I'd like to help you understand why it is you're here today. If other systems were working, you wouldn't have stopped to watch this webinar. If other systems were working, you wouldn't be joining me today. So with that being said, I just want to jump right into it. This is about productivity. I don't want to waste your time, and I want to get you the answers that you're looking for. So obviously, the very first thing is to introduce you to is to call this the purpose-driven productivity. But before we get to why it's called purpose-driven productivity, I want to talk about a few things with our system. The first thing is the purpose-driven framework. With the purpose-driven framework, we need to identify who the villain is. The villain is the hustle culture. It's the culture that tells you have to work 100 or 80 or even 60 hours a week to accomplish your goals, to move your business forward, to be successful in business. It's the culture that makes you miss out on the most important things in life. Now, along with this hustle culture, the problem is that there's never enough time to do it all. No matter how much you try, you feel like you just don't have enough hours in a day. You feel like you just can't get it all done and accomplished. And again, it's because the villain is telling you you need to work more hours, and it's pushing you to do more things. And we're going to learn in a minute why that's wrong. The next thing that we have to worry about is the feeling of being overwhelmed, being frustrated, being torn, and even feeling guilty. Guilty because we're thinking about our business when we're at home, or maybe we're sending emails on our mobile device, or text messages, or social media messages. And then guilty because when we're at work, we're thinking about our family. We're thinking about the things we missed the night before or the weekend before because we were so wrapped up in this hustle culture. So we want to avoid that. The compromise is we eventually tell ourselves that I have to sacrifice family time for success, or I have to sacrifice success for more family time. We think it's an either or situation. It's a zero-sum game. And we sacrifice one for the other, which again can lead to those feelings of being torn, feelings of resentment, and feelings of guilt. And then it just becomes a vicious cycle. The more we tell ourselves one of those lies, the more we get caught in that cycle. It'll all be worth it in 10 years. If I sacrifice for 5 years, if I sacrifice for 10 years, it'll all be worth it. But how many things are you missing today by waiting for 10 years down the road? So with this framework, the obviously the solution is the 3-pillar framework of purpose-driven productivity. With purpose-driven productivity, you can have the freedom of time to be present during life's big and little moments while continuing to grow your business. You can succeed in business and win at life. Now, the all-important question here is, what makes purpose-driven productivity different, and how can it give me back time with my family and loved ones while I continue to grow my business? That's why we're here today, to answer that question, to help you understand how my purpose-driven productivity framework can help you to be successful in business, to grow your business while still winning at life, being there for all of life's big and little moments that make up an enriching life. So let's go ahead and dive right in here. First, I want to talk about the fact that you've tried other systems. I want to talk about the pains that you've gone through to get to this point, to meet with me. You've tried other systems and they worked until they didn't. They were designed to fail. They did not have a solid foundation, and they focused mainly on one life domain. Usually when you try a productivity system, it's either about your health or it's about fitness, or it's about work and goals of that nature, or it might even be about family life, but it only focuses on one domain, which only gives you a win in one domain. And let's face it, we are multifaceted, multi-domain people. There's more things going on in our life than just work. There's more things going on in our life than just family. There's more things going on in our life than just fitness or sports or eating well. We're a mixed bag. And that's why most systems fail, is because they focus on just one. Now, let's go ahead and keep looking here. The next pain that you might be feeling is that there's never enough time. Now, we talked about this a little bit, but with never enough time, are you always feeling rushed? Are you always feeling on the go or just on all the time? Are you always feeling under pressure? Do you feel like you're racing everywhere? Do you have little or no time for hobbies or self-care? Is there never enough hours in the day? There's so many things we'd like to do, and yet we feel there's never enough time. I have to focus so much on my business. I don't have time for hobbies. I don't have time for self-care. I don't have time for extended family or family time. And we give up so much because we're feeling rushed. We're feeling like we have to hustle in this hustle culture. The next pain that you might be feeling is that you're missing out on life's moments. You're missing out on soccer games, swim meets, baseball and football games. You're missing out on holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, or other important celebrations. Maybe you're missing out on bedtime cuddles, small teaching moments, family dinners, family game night. Or you're missing out on other small but important moments that make up a life well lived. It's these things, these times that we miss out on that starts to build the frustration and the overwhelm. It starts to create feelings of resentment, feelings of being torn. And we start to feel like maybe what we're doing isn't quite worth it. That leads us to another pain. We're losing passion. Losing passion either for our business, our family, our life. We're losing passion somewhere. Maybe we're losing passion in all three areas. Maybe we're only losing passion in one. After we're losing passion, we can have poor health. Losing passion leads to things like depression. That can lead to being overweight, high blood pressure. Again, if you don't have time for self-care, you could develop diabetes, have a heart attack, sleep disorders, hormone imbalances, poor diet and eating habits, poor hygiene, and all the other things that come along with poor health. Another problem then becomes damaged relationships. We can hurt those that we love, our spouse or significant other, our children, our friends, other family, business partners, relationships. We become so entrenched in this gotta sacrifice one or the other that we start to hurt those we love. We start to maybe hurt our business partners because they feel we're not doing enough, or maybe we're hurting our clients by giving up on them, not giving them all of the serving them at the highest level possible. Or we begin to hurt our family. We begin to miss out on those important things, and it just becomes one disappointment after the other. After this, another pain is living for the weekends. Now, how is living for the weekends a pain? Well, to be honest with you, when you're not enjoying the moment, you're not enjoying the moment during the week. You're wasting the week just to then also waste the weekend. You're always looking forward to Friday. You're always dreading Monday, just to wind up wasting Saturday and Sunday. You know, when I get to Friday, when I look at my planner and I open it up and there's Friday on the page, I'm surprised. I don't spend the whole week looking forward to Friday. I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I say, wow, we're already at the end of the week. And by the time I get to the end of the weekend, because of implementing the principles that I'm about to show you, I am excited to get back to work. I'm not dreading, I'm not wasting all of Sunday dreading the coming Monday. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to be able to get back and serve those whom I serve, like yourself. So next, let's look at the next pain. You're living for the weekends. You're overwhelmed. You can be overwhelmed. You probably relate to this right now. Too many fires burning. You're not sure of what way to go. You're just drifting. You're doing busy work, but not the right things. You're multitasking. By the way, I just like to say multitasking is multi-sucking. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But multitasking, it creates overwhelm. It doesn't actually help. You're feeling confused. You're drifting. You're procrastinating. You're perfecting. Perfectionism is the mother of procrastination. And the more time you spend working on getting that perfect slide deck, that perfect presentation, that perfect product, the more you're delaying serving people. And it's just a way to avoid being productive. So the next pain after being overwhelmed, another one that you might be experiencing is feeling torn. And we've talked about this, feeling torn between your family or your business and your work. You don't know what's most important and you feel torn between the two. Feeling torn can lead to being resentful. It means that you're resentful of your family. Don't they understand I'm doing this for them? They have no idea the kind of pressure I'm under. Can't they see that we all need to sacrifice now for a better future? Or you might be resentful of your business or your clients. Don't they know I need a life too? I'm tired of always feeling like I'm on call. I feel like a slave to my clients' needs. Do any of those phrases sound familiar? Have you ever thought or said any of them? Well, that's a sign that you're feeling torn, that you're feeling overwhelmed, that you're starting to feel resentful of one direction or the other. After feeling resentful, we have guilt. Of course, the resent leads us to feeling guilty. You're physically with your family, but thinking about work. Or maybe you're at work, but you're thinking about your family. You're not fully engaged with either one. Now you feel guilt and maybe even some shame. You feel shame at feeling torn. You feel shame at even thinking that they don't understand or I'm a little resentful of them. Feeling guilt leads you back to either or. Life is not a zero-sum game. It doesn't have to be an either or proposition. You don't have to sacrifice family time or self-care to grow your business, and you don't have to scale back or sacrifice business growth for more family time. Unfortunately, all of that cycle leads us to that either or conclusion, that I have to sacrifice one for the other and decide which is most important. But you can't have it all. Life is not a zero-sum game. So with that either or, I'd like you to imagine moving out of the either or mindset. Imagine being present for all of life's moments, big or small. Imagine being healthy and happy in relationships. Imagine being engaged with your family when you're with them. And imagine being engaged with your clients when you're with them. Imagine growing your business in 30 hours a week or less. Imagine being successful in business and winning at life. So that is the all-important question. Now we need to talk about the all-important answer. But before we get to the answer, I'd like to just tell you a little bit more about myself. Who am I? I'm a husband. I'm a father of 6. I have 1 boy. I have 5 girls, ages 16, 11, 6, 5, 4, and 3 years old. So we have a busy household. I also have an English bulldog, which is like having a 7th child, basically, another toddler. I'm a cancer survivor. I was told I would never work again at the age of 30. And since then, I've grown 2 successful businesses to 6 figures plus in under 30 hours of work per week. I'm currently headed to the 7-figure area in both of those businesses. I've been certified by Michael Hyatt as a full focus planner pro. I've been contracted by Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins to coach their high-ticket clients, and I've helped hundreds of entrepreneurs with the purpose-driven productivity system. Now, obviously, the first step is purpose. The first pillar is purpose. This is the answer that you're looking for. Purpose, which is mindset management. Next is present, energy management. Purpose is the foundation, present is the keystone. Then we build the house of productive, of time management. That is where most systems fail, is they throw you right into the deep end of time management without setting a foundation of mindset and energy management. Mindset management and energy management. And that's exactly what makes this system so unique, is that those are the first things we do before we worry about the time management. That is the answer. With purpose, the reason why we start with purpose and mindset, just so you know, we're not talking about the normal mindset things like Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. I work with them and they're fantastic at what they do. Most of you are probably already reading mindset books, reading things like Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich and Brendan Burchard and all of these amazing people that I know and I love and whom I've read their books, and some of them I've gotten to even know personally. But I'm talking about a different kind of mindset. I'm going to explain that right now, what purpose means. Purpose, this pillar means that you have a goal, you have something in life that drives you forward. Now, see, Freud believed that the desire for pleasure is what dictated or what created our human behavior. He believed that our desire for pleasure is what helped us make decisions. On the other hand, and by the way, I don't subscribe to that. I subscribe to Viktor Frankl, who believed that desire for meaning is what drives us. Our desire for purpose, our desire to have meaning. And that's what's going to guide your productivity. This is why it's the foundation of my system. So what Frankl said was, we distract ourselves with pleasure when we can't find purpose or meaning. If we can find purpose or meaning, we won't be distracted with things that cause pleasure. Now, things that cause pleasure are things that give you dopamine hits. For example, social media, right? Another example is anything that causes you to procrastinate, anything that you look at that's giving you those dopamine hits, that pleasure, versus doing the work to be productive, truly productive. And so that is why we start with this foundation of purpose. We define our purpose, we give meaning to our life and direction to our life, and it pushes us in our productivity. Now, we can experience meaning when we structure ourselves to serve a greater purpose. When we're talking about our business, when we're talking about what we're going to do, we should have a purpose. We should have a reason for our growth. Why do we want to reach more people? Beyond just the pleasure idea of making more money and having the things that come with that. What are we doing? What is our purpose in life? So our purpose becomes our filter. It helps us to choose the things we're going to do, not just on a grand scale, but from day to day. It helps us to decide what is the best, highest use of our time to move our purpose, our mission, the meaning in our life, to move it forward. The next pillar is present. And I call this present because this is really where life happens. This is our energy management. Productivity has very little to do with time management and almost everything to do with energy management. Time is fixed, but energy fluctuates. Because of that, what we do with our time off is more important to productivity than what we do with our time on. This is where life happens. This is where we create the space, the energy needed to be productive the next day. What we do in the evenings, what we do on our weekends, what we do with our time off, and how we engage in our time off is more important to what we're going to be able to do the next day than the actual planning itself. It doesn't matter how beautiful your planner looks. It doesn't matter what time management hack or system you're using. If you're not managing your mindset with a purpose, filtering your tasks, and if you're not managing your energy, marrying the important tasks to the energy level at hand, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your planner looks like. You're not going to accomplish everything you want to. You're going to feel like you're fighting upstream. You're not going to feel like you're in the flow, and you're going to be frustrated, overwhelmed, torn, resentful, and all the other things that we've talked about. So then finally, the third pillar, after we've established those two, is productive or time management. Productivity isn't about doing more things. It's about doing the right things. When we want to manage our time, it's not about doing more things. It's about doing the needle moving things, the high leverage activities, doing the right things that are going to accomplish more in less time. Productivity should free you to pursue what's most important to you. Productivity isn't about stacking more things onto your business day, your work day. Productivity is about freedom. Productivity is about freeing you to do the things that you want to do the things that light the fire within you, the passion, to be with the people that you want, to do what you want, when you want, where you want, and most importantly, with whom you want. Next, productivity is not about saving time. It's about making time work for you. We have 24 hours in a day. Remember, energy fluctuates, but time is fixed. Those 24 hours are going to come and go, whether you like it or not. You can't put them in a bank somewhere. You can't use extra hours on another day at some other time. So productivity is about freeing you up, and it is about making time work for you, not saving time, making time work for you. Productivity is about you being able to stop existing and start living. Stop going through the motions and actually live your life. Create memories, create those things that are intangible, but are more valuable than anything you can buy with money. Next, after this is obviously we're going to dive into purpose. We're going to talk about these three pillars, and I'm going to show you why they're important and the steps you need to take to implement them into your life to be more productive. The first pillar is purpose or mindset management. Step one is overcoming limiting beliefs. The very first thing you have to do is overcome those limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. And I have a 6-step method that I teach you on how to take your limiting beliefs and transform them into liberating truths so that you can move forward and you can dream big again. You can feel good about having big dreams. You can feel good about doing big things. The next step on this mindset journey is true self-confidence. We're not talking about the flashy influencer type of confidence. We're talking about true self-confidence in yourself, true self-confidence in your product, true self-confidence in your business, true self-confidence that you can get the job done, not only professionally, but personally as well. After we've overcome limiting beliefs and we've built your true self-confidence, step number 3 is for us to talk about the 7 shades of why. Now, this is a little bit of a riff on the 50 Shades of Gray, but 7 shades of why. We're going to go 7 layers deep. We're not just going to pick a why at the surface level. We're not just water skiing. We're not snorkeling. We're not scuba diving. We're full on deep diving to the deepest levels of your subconscious to discover your why, so that when you get to the messy middle, you have something that you can remind you why and get you through that messy middle to that accomplished goal. After 7 shades of why and discovering your why, the next step is, what do you value? Now, I've posted a picture of my purpose-driven productivity logo and the word freedom. we're going to discuss and show you how to find your two highest values. Mine is purpose and freedom. You would think, well, somebody who's a family man, wouldn't you say that family should be one of your highest values? The reason why we're going to discover your two highest values, and oftentimes have nothing related to what you really think they are, is because these are the values that serve your desires. My highest desire is to be with my family, to provide for them, to serve them. My next highest desire is to serve people like yourself. Freedom gives me the time to serve my family. Freedom gives me the time to create the things I need to and be with my family and put the systems in place so that I can have that time with them. Purpose is the value that drives me forward in creating the content that you deserve so that you can live a purpose-driven life. Those two values encompass everything I do. Every decision I make in my life is based on those values. And there's 5 core values when it comes to productivity, and we'll learn about those, and you'll discover which 2 are your highest values and how they can, identifying that can serve you as you seek to serve your family and your clients or customers. Next, after discovering what you value, the next step, in step 5, is to create a personal vision. Now, we want to create not just a vision board, we want to create a personal vision, a life map, a life path to help us get to where we want to go, to have that funeral that when we pass away and somebody's eulogizing us, they're saying all these amazing things about us because we accomplished them. And that's what we're going to create in this step, is how to have a life vision or a life path, a life map. The next thing after creating a personal vision is we are going to help you to create a company mission statement. I call this company on a mission. The idea is for you to have a mission statement for your company. This is separate from your personal vision, but should align. And so by creating a separate mission statement and a set of guiding principles for your company, I'll help you create a 1-page document that has a mission statement. It has your key employee characteristics. It has your key daily characteristics, things that you do daily to move the needle in your company, as well as your key story, so that you know it's your elevator pitch essentially, and you can put it all on 1 page. And by having this, you'll have that direction for your company. Now, once we've created all of these things and moved you through this process, the final step is to implement your purpose-driven success cycle. This is taking the things we've discovered, your why, over your liberating truths, your true self-confidence, your why, your values, your personal mission statement, or vision statement, your company mission statement, and utilizing those tools on a daily basis in under 5 to 10 minutes a day to keep you focused and keep your mindset where it's supposed to go. That is the foundation of the purpose-driven mindset and the reason why we start with purpose. That will make you more productive in the first 7 days and save you at least 10 to 20 hours a week just by doing that than any other time management system that's currently available. The next step, obviously, we move to the next pillar. Next pillar is present, or our energy management. Now we're going to build on our mindset and what we've done. Step 1 is automation through daily rituals. We're going to discuss how daily rituals help you to move through the day quicker and automate things so you don't have to waste calories thinking about these things. You can just move through them quickly and smoothly, which makes your day move faster. The next thing we're going to talk about on step 2 is using daily rituals to manage your energy, specifically, not just to move you through the day faster, but to manage your energy. Again, to save calories that you could be burning elsewhere. Step 3 in our energy management is rethinking sleep, the importance of sleep and taking a nap during the day what it does for you is so vitally important. And yet we as entrepreneurs often discount sleep. We want to not think about it. It's the enemy because it means we have to stop working. We have to stop being productive. I'm going to show you why it's so important and how you can create a system, an easy system to ensure you're getting enough sleep throughout the day so that you can be productive as possible the next day. The next step after rethinking sleep in step 4 is honoring your productive hours, part 1. So in this part, what we're going to talk about is we are going to discuss the chronotypes. Again, your energy fluctuates throughout the day. However, not everybody's energy fluctuates the same way. There's general chronotypes out there that help you to understand when your energy rises and when it wanes, and the best times of day to be doing your highest leverage work. After talking about chronotypes, we're going to go into honoring your productive hours, part 2. This is where where the rubber really hits the road here, meets the road. This is where we're going to talk about ultradian rhythms. You've heard of circadian rhythms. These are ultradian rhythms and how you can maximize a 30-minute break every 90 minutes to 120 minutes to do more in less time. I know a 30-minute break, you probably just broke out in a sweat right now, but this is how we structure your day so that you can maximize that energy combined with your chronotype, combined with these ultradian rhythms that science has shown that we naturally go through. We can avoid the slump in the afternoon. We can avoid feeling like we're fighting upriver. We can stay in flow all day while we work. And that's what we're going to show you in this step. The next step is designing your ideal week with mega batching. This is where we take what we learned about our energy levels, our chronotype, our ultradian rhythms, and then we design an ideal week prototype. And in this ideal week prototype, this is where we batch and mega batch certain activities based on what we know our energy levels will be at that time. Now it's a template, so it means you're not going to make it 100% of the time. There's going to be meetings thrown in there sometimes in your week. There's going to be things that happen. But by having this template, you can have an easy reference to look back as you plan your week and try to plug in the right things at the right times to maximize your energy management and your energy production so that you can be as productive as possible. The next step after designing your ideal week, the final step is digital minimalism and being present. When it comes to being present, when it comes to our energy management, one of the greatest drains and one of the greatest distractions are our digital devices. And I work with a lot of entrepreneurs who tell me, oh yeah, I only spend maybe 40 hours a week working. And then I ask them about their off time, and they're answering messages on social media, they're answering emails, they're answering text messages, all business related, and they're not engaged. They're maybe physically in the room with their family, but they're not engaging with them. And this is where I'm going to show you methods where you can still be digitally present while eliminating the excess that takes up your time outside of business hours, and how you can be effective with your digital use so that you can be present when you want and need to be present with your family and when you want and need to be present with clients. And that's going to tie everything together that you've built in this pillar to create a present life, to create energy management. Next, we move to the final pillar, which is productive. Productive is time management. And time management is the first step in it is creating your smartery goals. Now, what does smartery stand for? I know smartery doesn't sound very smart, but smartery stands for specific, measurable, actionable, risky, not relevant, risky, time keyed, exciting, and then finally relevant. And the why stands for a why. Just like you have to have a why to get you through the messy middle and over an overarching why, you need to have one specifically for every goal that you set. Why is this important? And you need to dig down 7 layers deep to get that why. So with the productivity system that we have set up there, we're going to show you how to create these goals, again, that are naturally going to move you forward and create the momentum that you need to accomplish your goals. The next step after we do that is to teach you to say yes by saying no. This is where we talk about what I call the AID method: automation, delegation, elimination. This is where we talk about how you can give a generous no, how you can tell somebody no without making them feel bad, because every yes that we say is saying no to something else. If you say yes to a client meeting after hours, you're saying no to family time or family dinner or family game night or personal time out on the, every time we say yes to something on the weekend, we're saying no to golfing, water skiing, the baseball game, the soccer game, whatever it is that we want to be at. So we're going to teach you how to take back your calendar by using the AID method of automation, delegation, elimination, and how to say no graciously. After that step, now that we have our goals, now that we know how to say no graciously, the next step is what I call the 4 horsemen of the time apocalypse. This is where we evaluate what should be virtues in our lives, but oftentimes become vices because they go to an extreme. And there's 4 of them specifically that we will discuss, and I will give you tools on how to manage those horsemen of the time apocalypse so that they don't create a time apocalypse in your productivity, in your day, in your week, or your month, your year. The next step, step 4, is the power of 3. We're going to talk about why 3 big daily goals, 3 big weekly goals, 3 big monthly goals, 3 big quarterly goals can help you accomplish 8 to 10 yearly goals and get them done quickly, effectively, and easily without overwhelm, and the power that 3 holds in our lives as human beings. After the power of 3, the next step, step 5, is your perfect day. We're going to talk about how to put everything together to create a perfect day, to create a template for your day, and also how to use daily planning and the purpose-driven planner specifically to create the day that will move you forward with purpose, with meaning, with mindfulness, with energy management, with being present and being productive. After the perfect day, the next step obviously becomes your perfect week. Again, we're going to talk about how we can take the template we created earlier and how we can use that on our weekly planning. So again, we're creating the week that moves us forward the fastest on our goals instead of fighting upstream. And then after we've created our perfect day and our perfect week, we create our perfect plan. This is where we take everything that we've learned in the previous lessons and in the previous steps. We put it all together to use and to implement a powerful and productive day that allows us to succeed in business while still winning at life, that allows us to work smarter, better, and less. Now, isn't that what we all want? So, of course, this is the system that we use. This is the purpose-driven productivity system. With purpose-driven productivity, you can have the freedom of time to be present during life's big and little moments while continuing to grow your business, succeed in business, and win at life. Here's the overview of the system. The next question, of course, is how do I get started? It's really simple. You're going to choose the level of value that you'd like to get started, and I'm going to show you that right now. Now, if you're interested in joining the Purpose-Driven Productivity Coaching Program, let me show you where to go. Go ahead and log on to www.purpose-driven, www.purposedrivenproductivity.org. That's www.purposedrivenproductivity.org. And this is what you are going to see when you get there. You're going to see the homepage here where you can look and get a little more information on what the program is about, what we're doing. Obviously, you got a clear idea today. Click the Enroll in Purpose-Driven Productivity today, and it will take you to the sign-up page. The sign-up page has two levels. We have the Purpose-Driven Productivity basic level, and that access includes the 21-day quick start course that you'll have access to, 6 months of weekly live training, 6 months access to the Facebook group, as well as a bonus, you'll receive lifetime access to the course membership. So even if you decide to only join us for 6 months, you'll still have lifetime access to that course so that you can come back and review that time after time to help you get realigned with your goals and your productivity. Bonus number 2 is you'll receive a quarterly 2-day intensive workshop. So if you're in the 6-month program, that means you'll get 2 quarterly 2-day workshops. We're going to spend 2 days together working on your goals, helping you to prepare for the next quarter, creating all of the things and putting in place the systems, bringing you back into alignment if you've gotten off track, so that you can continue to move forward in your purpose-driven productivity. Bonus number 3 is that you'll get 2 purpose-driven productivity planners. These are designed by myself, brand new, and they are the perfect tool to complement this system, because everything that you're going to be doing through the course and the coaching is in the planner, all in one place for you to have, for you to refer to, for you to implement. It is the implementation tool of this program. You will get 2 of those, and you will get 2 purpose-driven day Post-it pads. These are Post-it pads that you can stick on your computer, on your desk, on your mirror, that help you to stay focused and help you to keep moving forward on your goals. And then bonus number 4 is you will receive a lifetime affiliate commissions of 10%. If you refer anybody to this program, either at the basic or the pro level, you will receive 10% of their enrollment fee for referring them to myself and to this program. Now, the total value of that is $29,750, almost $30,000 of value in this package, in this basic package. And today's investment is just $4,997. Now, the pro edition, or the pro access of purpose-driven productivity, is the same, the 21-day quick start training and course creation, the 12 months of weekly live training. So this is the first difference. Instead of 6, you're going to be in here for 12 months. That's a $24,000 value right there. The 12 months access to the Facebook group, that's a $2,000 value. Again, a full year of access to a community that is going to help you grow and help you achieve your goals and help you to grow your business while winning at life and being successful in home. You'll get lifetime access to the course membership site, so the same as the basic. You'll get you'll get quarterly 2-day intensive workshops. However, because you will be in the program for 12 months, instead of just 2 workshops, you will get 4 workshops. So 4 2-day workshops on this program in the pro access. Again, these workshops are going to be us getting together, me guiding you through quarterly reviews, helping to suss out any areas that are holding you back, helping you to refine your weekly templates, as well as your ideal week, your daily templates, how to use the planners. And of course, for the pro level, we're going to throw in a purpose-driven productivity swag box. That's a $200 value right there. You know, a nice little t-shirt and a little bit of swag, some things stuff we all get, right? The bonuses on the Productivity Pro, this is where the value becomes insane on this program. You're going to get 12 monthly masterminds with me. I will lead you through a monthly hour-long mastermind. We will do hot seats. I will answer your questions. And that way, every month you have a chance to get realigned on your purpose and your goals and your productivity. That is a $25,000 value. In the past, when I've run this program just by itself, the monthly masterminds, I charge $25,000 for the members to be a part of it. And you're going to get it as part of this program. You will also get a 1-hour purpose-driven planner training. You will get a link where you can set aside 1 hour. You can schedule 1 hour with me, just you and me. That's it. That's a $2,000 value. It's actually probably more because I actually charge more for my hour consultation. But the fact that we're going to be focusing specifically on the purpose-driven planner to show you how to use it, help you set it up. At the end of that hour, you will have your planner set up and ready to go. That's, I'm saying, is a $2,000 value. The bonus number 3 ties into this. You will get 4 purpose-driven planners. Now, these planners are quarterly planners. So 4 of them gives you enough for the full 12 months that you'll be in the program. The basic level gets 2 because they'll be in the program for 6 months. So they get 2 quarters. This you will have access to or you will get 4 planners plus 4 of those Post-it pads that you can write down using the same system, and you can post these things around the house, wherever you want, to help you to stay focused on your goals, your weekly goals, as well as help you to have a more transformative day. Bonus number 4 is you will get a lifetime affiliate commission of 25%. So if you refer 4 people to this program, you will have recouped your investment. That's 25%. That's for the lifetime. Even if you're not in the program anymore, if you send somebody my way, I will send you a check for 25% of their enrollment investment. So that's a value of $65,000. Again, that doesn't even include the affiliate commissions that you could be making. Today's investment is just $9,997. And again, I want you guys to be able to have access. If you are sitting there and you're going, basic's great, but I would love to join pro, but a big chunk, a one lump sum of $9,997 seems like a lot. I want you to still have access to it. So without diminishing anything, I know a lot of programs out there, they say, well, if you pay in full, you get this bonus. If you make payments, you lose out on this. I'm not going to do that. I'm still going to give you the full pro program for 4 payments of $3,000. Now, that does come to more than the $9,997, just a little bit more, but it's kind of I guess you'd call it a finance fee for carrying the payments on there. But, obviously that's where you save, is the one-time payment. You save on being able to not have to pay a little bit extra. But if you really want the best value and you want the most interaction with me, the pro program is for you. Whether you do the payment system or whether you pay in full, that's going to give you the most touch points and access points to me and be able to allow you to maximize and really jumpstart this next year and beyond with implementing and ingraining the purpose-driven productivity system into your life, into your business, into your personal life, into your family life. And so that is what I would encourage you to do. If you're just needing a little bit of help, you want the course, but you also want a little bit of handholding and some answers for your personal, then the basic is perfect for you. Jump in on the basic level. You'll get 6 months of coaching. You'll get 2 quarterly masterminds, 2 quarterly intensive workshops, 2-day workshops with me, where we will do some hot seats. So you might have a chance to do that, and still get the purpose-driven productivity planner. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly. But go to www.purposedrivenproductivity.org and take a look at our program. Take a look and watch this video again if you need to. If you do have any questions, feel free to email me at support@thepurposedrivenco.com. That's support@thepurposedrivenco.com. But otherwise, I hope to see you inside the program, to start working with you one-on-one, to start coaching you and helping you to succeed in business while winning at life, to stop existing and start living. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you guys inside the program.